And welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I am your host, Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Dice the Barber.
And today in the building, we got my boy, my partner, big rap star about to blow the fuck up. My nigga Sha Smoak in the building. What it do, boy?
Holding it down for dating, baby. Holding it down for dating.
Down for the D.
What up, bros?
What's good with it, man? How you feeling this morning, Smoke?
I'm good, man. How you?
Man, I'm great, man. First of all, we always start the show off by thanking God for waking us up this morning, allowing us to make it through another week. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was hustling and grinding, making their money, taking care of their families, doing everything that we got to do. So we want to give a shout out to the big man above for making everything possible and making all that happen.
Facts.
So Smoke, but you don't know. So I got to talk to you like you don't know shit about barbershop talk like this. So we always start our shows off with a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today we got a little Martell Blue Swift.
Let me get a shot of that.
No. That'd be your chaser.
And trying to get a shot of water.
Or we got some Avion. Which shot would you like this morning?
You want cognac or tequila?
I'm only doing this because it's with y'all.
I know it. We ain't gonna give you much because I know
it's whatever. We're gonna do tequila because I never drink. Because I always drink brown.
Oh shit, let's go with it.
So, just to let y'all know a little bit about my man Smoke, he's also a barber that works with us at In the Cut Barbershop. You know what I'm saying? He's been one of our homies for a long time.
This nigga's a brother. He ain't even a homie.
I watched his brother. I watched his brother grow. You know what I'm saying? For the last 6 years, you been here, Smoke? Seven years. Damn. I've watched Smoke grow. I've watched him go through deal after deal. We're gonna get into all of that. So he just recently dropped his new pre-EP because it's called the title of this the title of the project is called This Ain't the EP. So Shauna,
you gotta be real blunt with motherfuckers nowadays. Like this ain't the EP, motherfucker, but the EP is coming. I'm just gonna give y'all a little taste. And I listened to this shit, man, and I'm telling you, I got that shit.
That shit is fire.
Yeah, he got 3 bangers. He got 3 motherfucking bangers.
Yo, I appreciate it, man. My fault you had me distracted these points.
Well, shit. Well, why we having a shot? Why don't we go into one of the tracks? Why don't you introduce one of the tracks and play it for us and let the people know what it is?
We just gonna go in order then. The first one is called Race to a Billy. And I think it's self-explanatory.
Race to a Billy. Drop it. Sha Smoak.
For y'all looking at us on live, y'all ain't gonna be able to hear this, but y'all gonna have to tune in to the Barbershop Talk Like This podcast and listen to these tracks, because this shit is fire.
Or we gonna tell you where you can go download it.
Let's take these shots. Yeah.
We real loud. I ain't never coming down. They ain't talking about checks. I can't come around. We ain't coming around no way. My way, never your way. Everybody down the ride now. Tell them things, but no thing. Niggas go we cool. One in back, he a shoot. Don't do nothing stupid. Play it cool, we lose. I been going up lately. I ain't had no downtime. I don't need no opinion, nigga. You don't know nothing about man. No pro, but high D, man. Won't show no ID and still walk through like D, man. Ain't nobody saying shit to the ex-host telling me what it cook. I been on the edge, don't push. Now you try to see me, got a book. I don't write Panamera. I move how I want. Bitch move how I tell her. Yeah. Been plotting on the go. Already did a lot. We about to do the most. I'm on a race to a Billy, saying. I'm on a race to a Billy, I'm on a race to a Billy, I'm saying. I'm on a race to a Billy, A1's on call. Stay down, that's law. Loyalty, that's law. That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all, boy. Let's tell what you saw, boy. Don't give me set, oh, boy. Ain't rockin' like y'all, boy. I'm Gucci, I'm chillin'. Bitch, she willing. I been blowing that rise. I'm woozy, I feel it. Levels, nigga, I'm level. Model bitch with a double cut. She want me to give my I can't give another fuck. No diamonds on the wrist. Plain Jane that bitch, but that bitch still look rich. Saying, been plotting on the go. Already did a lot. We bout to do the most. On the race to a billion, saying. On the race to a billion. On the race to a billion, saying. Yeah. On the race to a billion.
Woo!
Straight fire right there.
My bad. Yeah, that shit was straight. Yeah,
That's the way he feeling though.
Yeah,
that's the way he feeling.
That shit is lit.
That
bruh.
shit lit.
Appreciate it, yo.
Let's break this track down.
Billy.
First of all, like I've gone through some of the process with you. You know what I'm saying? We done sat in my car, smoked out, listened to track after track after track.
Of course.
You know, break it down.
We done heard over 100+ songs.
Break it down. Which songs you're gonna pick? You know what I'm saying? So let's go through a little bit. Like when you choosing a song or selecting a song for a project. You know what I'm saying? Like first of all, what makes you? You know what I'm saying? What are you looking for? Like, what's your process? Because why did you choose that song? That song is lit, but why did you choose that?
Do you let the beat talk to you?
Yeah. I haven't wrote anything down in like 7 years. To answer that question, Dice, I ain't wrote anything down in probably like 10 years. So I don't really like to think about records or what I'm gonna do to records. I just pay attention to what the beat is telling you to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that's that. To answer your question, Trey, I don't know. I felt like I told Sleep I needed something triumphant. I needed something big. I needed
Sleep
something
vision.
with some horn. Yeah, shout out to Sleep, man.
Shout out to Sleep. We should have had Sleep in here with us, man. I feel stupid that I didn't bring him in here.
I mean, we can come back.
We bring him back when the album comes out.
Actually, they have the actual EP is
come out
releasing next month.
So plug.
So they'll be back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I told Sleep I needed something triumphant, man. We needed something big, like a big beat. And honestly, he just named the beat Race to a Billy. It came in Race to a Billy when I seen it, and I just kept saying it over and over, and that's how that happened. Picking joints for projects, though, man, I just record a lot. Like, I try to get like 2 records, at least one, but I try to get 2 records a night. And when it's time for a project, figure out what we gonna call the project, figure out how I'm feeling at the moment, see if I got records that go along with it, and then you find a end and a middle and an ending. So it's like if I got a bunch of body records, but the project is called Traffic, I'm gonna find something in the front dealing with traffic. I'm gonna find something in the middle that go while I'm going through traffic, and then something at the end how I got out of traffic. You know
Got you.
That's
pretty dope.
Yeah.
So let's break it down. Like tell us a little bit about your deal, like who you signed to. You know what I'm saying? Like what does the future hold for Sha Smoak?
Shout out to Chris. Man, we can get deep. Y'all can ask me whatever y'all want to, but like this story can get deep because it just goes.
But
and
nigga,
goes.
Let's go. We about to
time.
tell. We about to tell our
you right now, nigga. So
we about to tell our listeners who Sha Smoak is.
Yeah. Like you gotta let them know who the fuck you are. So nigga, let's give them the breakdown.
Yeah, so shout out to Chris Atlas. Shout out to Max Goose. Don't nobody know who that is, but I'm gonna tell you in a minute. But shout out to Chris Atlas. Shout out to Brooklyn Johnny. I'm signed to Chris Atlas, who is the vice president at Warner Brothers Music. He's the vice president of Urban at Warner. I'm signed directly to him, and I'm signed to a guy named Brooklyn Johnny, who is responsible for a lot of y'all's favorite artists at the moment. But yeah, I'm signed to them. They got a partnership or a label.
Can you say who some of those artists are?
Johnny has a lot of dealings with people like Cardi, with people like Kodak, people like Seven Streeter.
Nice.
He's just out here. He's responsible for a lot of people being where they at today.
Yeah.
Chris was at Def Jam for the last 15 years. When Def Jam kind of went aloof, Chris is one of the ones that they said to put Def Jam on his back. So he is responsible for the marketing of a lot of Kanye projects, a lot of Rick Ross projects, a lot of stuff like that. So
That's what's up.
I'm signed to 600 Entertainment. That's those two, their enterprise.
All right. So how did that come about? Like, how did you
So
hook
shout
up
out
with
to
these
Max
guys?
Goose, man. Y'all know this. I never come to the shop early. I never ever come to the shop early.
Never.
I was laying.
This nigga be in the lab working all night. That's why he don't come to the shop.
I have never seen Smoak before 12
o'clock,
noon.
nigga. Like
straight up. So look, that's how crazy this is.
That
so
nigga hate cutting hair.
But will lace you up. That's the crazy part. That nigga will lace you up.
And he quick as
but
shit.
He hates it.
But he hate that shit.
I'm just over. I'm ready for the next phase.
I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah. So like. The fact that I'd never come to the shop early, it was a Saturday morning at that. I was laying in the bed at about 9 a.m., something like that. Max hit me out the blue. He really needed to get a cut. Max, I think signed Destiny's Child to their first deal at Columbia or something like that.
God damn.
He's just a manager that I know through some people. And
he the silent nigga.
Yeah, I remember Max.
Yeah, so he asked me to come through. Well, he asked me what time was I going in. I'm like, I looked around and said, man, I ain't doing nothing. I can get up. So I got up and went in early. I got there. I met him at like 10 o'clock, I think. At that time,
and he'll never be there at 10.
Yeah. So at that time, Chris, vice president at Warner, he was actually, I guess why he was out here in Cali is because he was going through negotiations, whatever he was doing, I don't know. But he was back and forth at the time. So he walked into the shop. He walked in actually looking for Ali. Max introduced me. Ali wasn't there yet. I beat Ali to the shop. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Right.
So he came in. Max introduced me. Yo, you need to listen to Smoak's music. Yo, Smoak got some yada yada yada. All of that. And Chris, we didn't talk about music at all. We talked about basketball. We talked about football. Like we talked about a bunch of normal stuff.
Y'all was feeling each other out, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was just normal conversation.
Yeah. And people, that's what people want, though.
Yeah. And so. I don't know how it happened, but we just got real cool through that convo. So he was like, yo, take my number. And I took it. I still never sent him no music because I'm like, you
don't want to be that dude.
I understand what LA is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I still didn't send no music. I got a text from him one day. It's like, yo, don't forget to send me that music. I'm like, all right. So I sent him some music. He's not the type to be like, yo, this is dope. Or, he's heard and gotten one so much,
Right.
So,
yeah.
So, man, fast forward, I sent him music. Then I would periodically send him stuff, highlights of what we were doing and what's going on. We threw that little listening party. And I sent him like the clips of that. He ain't say too much. Sorry, I couldn't make it, yada, yada, yada. I was in New York. Then one day I woke up, man, there's a text on my phone that said, yo, my business partner is in LA. He wants to have a meeting with you. And so that happened. That's when Johnny was in LA. Johnny went to this exquisite hotel room in Hollywood, and Johnny, that was the meeting of my life. I played like 2-3 records for Johnny. That ended up turning into probably a 3 or 4 hour meeting because he kept having me play records over and over. And then I ended up playing ultimately like 25 records for him.
Wow. Yeah. And you only had 3. You was like, I was going to play them 3.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? But the thing is, they love that shit so much. They was like, yo, I want more.
Yeah.
More.
What else you got? What else you got? Well, I mean,
it was like a fiend. They turned into a smoke fiend and shit.
Here's the funny thing. I mean, you have to understand.
Literally, no pun intended.
If you try to shoot 2 songs, if you try to record 2 songs per day, you're doing well over 700 songs in a year. You know what I'm saying?
Give or take. So I'm gonna go 2 weeks without recording though. Like I'm gonna fry my brain. And then I'm like,
you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
of songs. That's a lot of records in there.
Because I've heard shit like one time and I've never heard it again. And see, I'll be like, Smoak. And here's my problem. I smoke so much weed, I can't never remember shit. So, I'll hear that shit. I'll be like, Smoak, play that one song. He'll be like, what song? I'll be like, I don't know the name.
The one about the money. The one about the money. Like which one?
Or here's the thing. Or I will try to mimic the beat to the best of my ability, and Smoak will be looking at me like,
no.
Yeah, I have no idea what you talking about.
But I got this new one though. But I got this new one here.
This new one. Yeah. So I mean,
that nigga stay with a new track.
Right.
Yo, but the thing, how long you been rapping? You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro, so I didn't even realize that I've been doing music my whole life. Like I really didn't realize it till I was on the phone with my parents one night, and we was just talking about the fact that I used to knock on the wall like, "Shotty, turn the fucking music down." Like, and they used to go crazy. And I was like, damn, this really used to be a thing. But I thought basketball was my life. Like, so I never really paid attention to what was happening with music. We didn't get serious with music until it was definitely 08, 09, because that's when things popped off in Dayton, and I was like, yo, this might be
some shit.
Yeah.
Basketball. Smoak is the biggest basketball fan. He's like my go-to in the shop when we argue.
Smoak should have been in.
They don't have
Smoak
arguments
should have been
unless
in the
I'm
league. He should have been in the league.
I appreciate that.
Like in my mind, I know what I'm saying. I know what I want to say,
Smoak,
but I can't quite get it out. So I look at Smoak, hit him with his Smoak, and that nigga comes through with all the facts. He breaks niggas down for me. I'm like, yeah.
Niggas leave out of there, niggas leave out of that bitch mad because they have no rebuttal and shit. Nigga, like they
Smoak don't let you rebuttal either. As soon as you start talking, he be like, "That's stupid. That's stupid. I don't understand. I'm not even gonna listen to you, bro."
Smoak will hit you with this shit. You know what I mean? He'll be like, "I know you're a smart person, but you know what I mean?
But you stupid now.
But you stupid. You smart stupid."
Yo, it's not that bad. I'm gonna stop arguing with niggas.
So how did you really break off into the music industry, like back in Dayton? Like,
Bro, I was in between. Well, so Barber College, my dude. Shout out to Doc City. I always say he wrote one of the first hits. He wrote the hook to one of the first hits we had. Well, actually, the first hook, a record called Ballin'. Y'all ain't got that. I don't even think y'all got access to that, and that's good. But
I was looking for some shit last night, nigga. You lucky I don't have Spotify, because I found, what was the name of that shit? Cuddy something?
Oh, man. And then
I really wanted to hear that shit, too, nigga.
This shit called Cuddy Buddy. We just took it down. But then, in Barber College, Doc City, he the one that like kind of heard me doing crazy stuff in the studio and was like, you should take this serious. And fast forward to like 2009, he had an idea for a hit song called Ballin'. I didn't trust it. I didn't even like it. Somebody else sang the hook. And he did it all before I would ever lay the verses or whatever. He did it all, and I'm like, all right, it's not as bad as I thought. So I put the verses on there. We put it in the city, and man, it went crazy. It was like, that's the closest thing to overnight I ever seen.
Wow.
Like, it really went crazy.
That's crazy. No, I mean, that like basically put you on the map. Like, niggas started really
and that's what made you realize,
like, this
I
shit
can do this
work.
shit.
Like, yo, this can work. Yo, so shout out to my DJ, my best friend since we was like 6 to 8 years old, DJ Killer Kev. He is DJing in the city. We had put out a couple records before Ballin', but then, that was the warm-up. We finally put out Ballin', and he called me one night. I was at my girl's house at the time, which wasn't too far from that club that he was working at in Dayton. He called me one night about 11:30. It's about probably 12:30, 1 o'clock, because it was like mid-club. Right. He was like, yo, get over here quick, bro. Get over here quick. They waiting on you at the door. They're going to let you straight in, but you got to see this. I'm like, what's wrong? He was like, no, it's all good. Just get over here. So I rolled over there. He played it, and if you hear the song, I'm ballin'. Like, it was, it was big, and everybody in the crowd was just doing the like, it was like overnight. Like, they made up a dance. Like, it was like the whole club. Like,
they made up a dance.
It's 24 hours, nigga. This nigga got to dance to his song.
Yeah, like, yo, and from that point on, man, like, it just steamrolled. Everybody that came through the city, we was opening up for. It was
just fueled the fire.
How did you feel when you was about to do your first show?
That's a good question, bro, because a lot of people ask me that, and I always say I didn't feel shit. I was numb, man. I drank so much Hennessy, bro.
like you wasn't thinking about.
I was like, this is
remembering the words and shit, being so drunk,
bro. This is what I was thinking. I am the most quiet person I know, and I don't know how this is gonna work out rapping like on stage, but I know it's going to either go incredibly well or incredibly bad. So I just drank a bunch of Hennessy. The response was good. They gave me energy. I gave them energy, and it just like turned into, when we doing this again?
Yeah.
And like so that's crazy, because my first show I opened up for Hurricane Chris. Hey, baby. Like,
hey, baby.
I opened up for him. The next week we did a show on our own at the same club and packed the club out just as much.
Wow. That's crazy. So you like, after that first show, it's like you start to get the itch. You start to like motherfucker, I want to do another one. I want to do another one. I want to do another one and shit. Straight like up. You sitting up there looking at yourself rapping in the mirror and shit. Like, nigga, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna wear my pants like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you get everything getting ready.
Yo, me and Kev used to be rehearsing in my kitchen. I had a house at the time. It was like a decent sized kitchen and living room area. He used to set up his DJ shit on the breakfast bar, and we used to be rehearsing in the living room, man, mirrors and all of that.
Yeah,
like,
gotta get that shit in.
It's a grind. It's a grind to get there. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get into the next joint.
It's a lot of people's favorite.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean because niggas is always asking why.
You know what? Now Trey gonna introduce this record because this is Trey.
This is one of my. This
nigga. I put this in my playlist,
track.
bro. This shit right here.
I remember when we was sitting in my car, me and Smoke, we was blazing. You know what I'm saying? He's playing some shit.
Bro,
that shit came on, and I was like, "What?"
I think I did the same thing.
Listen,
like
Smoke hates. He hates when I like shit because I'm gonna make him run it back. I'll be like, "Yo." Run that
17 times.
Run that shit back.
Them niggas that smoke 2 blunts and Trey have about 6 cigarettes.
Because
that's a car.
But it be funny because like I have to hear it again and again because the track be so fire. And like Smoke said, he records so much. Like I don't know when I'm gonna hear this song again or if I'm gonna ever hear this song again. So when I hear something fire from a nigga, I be like, "Yo, run that shit back." He be like, "Nigga." I'm like, "Nigga, run it back." So when he played this track for me, I was like, "Yo, bro," I said, "This shit gotta go on something." I said, "This shit is lit." Yeah. So we gonna drop this song right
Don't
now.
Ask.
It's called "Don't Ask."
Yeah, man.
Run that shit.
Sleep, nigga, I told you I've been on one. I've been on one, nigga. Nigga be doing the most.
They do the most to live fast. We in this bitch like slow down, yeah. If you're not blowing with no gas, don't bring that shit around, yeah. Shot to the head like bang. Shot to the head like bang. Bye. I feel like I can fly. I did this shit last night, I got like 9 lives. I always land on my feet. Fuck could be judging on me. I got a plan, we gon' eat. Told all my niggas like you gon' see. Walk in this bitch like I'm high. Please do not ask me about why. Don't ask me about why. I do what I want to, little nigga. I do what I want to, that cause it's my life. Do not ask me about why. Don't ask me about why. Don't ask me about why. Don't ask me about why. I got a thing for this shit. I do. I told them I was gon' get. Yeah, that's what everybody say, but I knew I can't be wasting my time. Too busy chasing my bag. Didn't know she was your girl. Thought that was everybody, bitch, my bad. We on some other shit now. I'm on some other shit now, okay. Like if I had one wish, I wish I could see all of my ex-whole face. Girl, I ain't tripping, it's still up. Like if I had an event, you could still come. But please don't ask me to give you shit, cause the only thing I can give is 2 fuck. Walk in this bitch like I'm high. Please do not ask me about why. Don't ask me about why. I do what I want to, little nigga. I do what I want to, that cause it's my life. Do not ask me about why. Don't ask me about why. Don't ask me about why. Don't ask me about why.
Shout out to Sleep.
Nigga.
He don't even know the music. He thought it was over. Boom. Like,
Nigga,
hold up.
It was like 6 seconds left.
It don't matter. There was a little bit more to
Nigga, anyway, that shit was
Trey
fucking
did a
fire,
book
nigga.
That shit was
Nigga,
fire.
that
So,
shit-
look, so while we've been
that
sitting here
shit,
listening
man,
to the
nigga.
music,
Thank you.
we got some Negroes online. K-Mac, he's telling me
out to K-Mac.
I can't hear nothing but squeaky chairs and this, that, and the other. But if y'all had not been late to the podcast or been listening, we told y'all you're not gonna be able to hear the music on here because we live. I'm just
We hear it in our headphones.
We can hear it in our headphones.
Y'all gotta go
If
and
you
tune
want to
in.
listen to it, you have to go and subscribe to Barbershop Talk Like This on any podcast
DISS.
platform. You know what I'm saying?
I love when they do that shit.
It don't matter. So you know what I'm saying? So
I get that
go
shit from
download
DJ
it.
Red
Go
Alert.
download it. Go download it.
That's your shit.
That's our shit. Yeah, don't nigga. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Anyway,
it's
go
the
download
idea.
that shit. Go listen to
the-
that
the
shit. Barbershop
idea.
Talk Like This.
The idea came from that
our
shit, nigga.
episodes drop every Thursday. So please go and
And
subscribe.
it is, and it's Labor Day weekend because we pre-record.
So squeak on that, K-Mac. Anyway, so don't
Motherfucker.
ask, nigga. That shit was lit. Smoke. I mean, give us,
Appreciate it, bro.
give us,
Appreciate
give us
it.
the inspiration behind that.
Bro, Sleep,
that shit hard right
Sleep sent me a beat, and I was probably here. Well, that's whenever you ready.
Yeah.
Sleep said he made that beat for like a freestyle cipher or some shit for like 106 in Park. He said he made it in 2013. I don't know, but he sent it to me in 2017. I said, nigga, you tripping. This is a hit. This ain't no cipher beat.
Hell
or whatever.
nah.
Bro, I wrote that whole song in the shower. I got bathroom connected to the studio. I got in the shower one night. I told my girl, like, yo, this is a hit. I can hear it already. So I got in the shower.
And just had the music blasting while you was in there.
Blasting while I was in the shower. Freestyled that whole thing in the shower and remembered it. Came out and recorded it. I probably recorded that record in like 40 minutes. But
And with your towel on.
right.
That nigga don't ask me, like, nigga, don't ask me why. Nigga, don't ask me why I got my towel on right now, but you wanna know what, nigga? Like,
Came through dripping.
drip.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That shit hard. That shit hard.
Appreciate
Know what I mean?
it, bro.
Hey, listen, know what I mean? I would like to take a lot of responsibility in you meeting Sleep, goddammit.
Oh yeah, that was your client. That was
Yeah.
your client. So let's talk about. I told you we can go through. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
like,
talk
know what I mean,
about
like,
that.
so, like, a lot of people don't know that I rap and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Straight up.
I mean, I've been
Oh, we got a
spitting.
hit. We
I mean,
nigga rap
we
Christmas
definitely got a
gifts.
hit. We definitely got a hit. Know what I mean?
That nigga raps Christmas gifts.
Whatever, nigga. Know what I mean? I've
That
been
nigga wraps his mouth around food.
Listen,
That's what
nigga,
that-
I've been rapping.
Nigga,
Like, all my niggas back home, you know what I mean, they tell me when I tell niggas out here, like niggas don't know that I rap. They be like, nigga, what the fuck, nigga? Because I've been rapping my whole fucking life. But I ran into Sleep. Through somebody. He came through, got a haircut, and he told me that he did beats. And then I was like, nigga, well, we can work something out to where I can get some studio time and know what I mean, you get your haircuts and shit.
Yeah,
but then at the same time, you know what I mean, I knew that that Smoke was really, really going hard. You know what I mean, I was just doing it recreational.
Straight up.
And I knew Smoke was really going hard, so I introduced Sleep. I was like, yo, know what I mean, this might be somebody you might want to fuck with because this nigga got some good credentials, got some dope beats. You might want to fuck with him. And then he was like, Smoke kind of took it nonchalantly, and he was like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna holler at him.
I was just gonna say real quick, but before we get into that, let's bring it back to Dice rapping. Listen, listen. I thought it was bullshit at first too, but Dice is actually really good. You know what I'm saying? I think he recorded that song with Sleep.
Yeah, I recorded about 4 songs.
Listen, so one day we up in the club. And somehow or another, I have no fucking idea how Dice got this song to fucking DJ Mark the Spot.
Yeah.
And
That's
we
our
in the
guy.
club.
Shout
hold
out
on,
Mark the Spot.
Yeah, shout out DJ Mark the Spot. So we in the club. Babe, you remember this shit. We in the club. I think it was for G's birthday. And this nigga Dice song come on. And I'm sitting there, I'm jigging. I'm like,
Nigga, that's
I'm like, hold on. Nigga, I'm listening. I'm like, nigga, that's fucking Dice. I'm like, yo, nigga, that shit is lit. And these motherfuckers in the club, they nigga boo boo, everybody going up. I'm like, this shit is lit. Like, shout out Mark the Spot. So, if nothing else, you got one of your songs played
In
in a
Hollywood,
club
California.
on a hot
Yo, but you wanna know what? Every time
and people was turned up to it.
Listen, I mean, like Mark, he did his thing. Like I sent him the shit through email. I said, nigga, like you gotta rock this, put this in the mix because it's a whole bunch of people with the same shit. I had this shit done way before Bobby Smurder did this shit. You know what I'm saying? And he played that shit every time I go to the club and I see him. He throws that shit. He plays my shit in the club.
I know I
and
was
everybody be lit.
I know I was in the club
nigga.
like 2 or 3 times, and I heard that song. That song, it was G's birthday or something. And then I heard it when we went to the Halloween thing. I was like, yo, this nigga. Really, yo, like, this,
Oh
this
yeah,
shit
we
was
did a
cool.
video for that shit. It's on YouTube and everything. You can just YouTube Dice, Bobby Smurder, and
Now you know what you got there.
No, I'm saying, nigga, I'm giving myself a plug. I can't give myself a plug.
Plug.
Shit, nigga, I mean, we gotta shoot the. Smoak and I, we actually got a song together too. And Trey, you need to shoot the video for us because that shit definitely needs to come out.
I think that sure did. They sure do got us off, and that shit was lit.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that shit hard.
so
Yeah, like, know what I mean? Like, yeah, that shit was hard. But back to, meeting and sleep and shit, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, yo, fuck with this nigga. He nice, you know what I mean? And then, you can take over from there.
I put out a record called City Boy, and City Boy went kind of stupid. So let's say 2016, I think. 2016, I put out a record called City Boy, and City Boy went crazy, and I really didn't know what to do with it. Not that I don't know, like it went to like radio, and it went, the video went to World Star, and it kind of started bubbling. Mm-hmm. I just didn't have the financial resources or even the industry resources to like make it keep going.
Yeah.
You was cutting Sleep's hair one day. I walked in the shop and I'm like, yo, I got this record. I'm bubbling right now. Every artist want to bubble, so I'm bubbling now. But I don't know what to do from here. He was like, what you doing tonight? I came to he invited me to the studio. I went through the studio at like 7:30 that night.
I remember that.
I was I was just sitting there. Sleep was working on something. So I was about to dip. Like I had sat there for like an hour and a half, and I was about to dip. I was like, I can just come back when you're not busy, bro. He was like, nah, play some shit. Like he was like, I was just trying to get this finished to play some shit. Ended up playing like 3 records for him and the writers that was in the studio. And niggas was fucking with it. He was fucking with it. People was fucking with it. He was like, I think we can do something. We ended up making like, I think maybe we started off trying to get an EP done, making like 5 records. Mm-hmm. That turned into like 105 records. Like he just kept on sending beats.
I remember when Sleep gave you that invitation, and I know Smoak. So I was at first I was like, this nigga Smoak ain't going over there. I'm like, he said he gonna go. I like Smoak gonna go home. He gonna start smoking. I'm like, man, you know what? That nigga probably full of shit. I ain't going. But I remember he went and they came back the next day. Niggas like, yo, I'm about Sleep yesterday. He's like, nigga. He's like,
that
nigga got some shit.
He was like, and that shit been popping from that point on, right?
He sent me this record. Shout out to this artist named Simba. He was working with Simba at the time. Simba ended up signing to Columbia, and like Simba's out of here right now. Mm-hmm. But Sleep was working with him. He sent me a record with Simba on the hook called Cameras. And I sent it back. This is what really impressed Sleep. I did this shit on purpose too. He sent it. He sent it to me like 6 o'clock that evening. Not the same evening, but like the next day or something. He sent it to me like 6 o'clock that evening. I sent it back by like probably 9 o'clock. Finished. He was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? And it was hard. So that's really what kickstarted our joint.
It was kind of like you was like, I'm gonna show this nigga how serious I am real quick.
Straight, that's what you got to do, bro. Mm-hmm. Like you can make people move, man. People that make money want to make more money.
Exactly.
So that's real shit.
Yeah, so
exactly.
I look at the whole industry like that. Like even the people that I'm signed to, like shout out to Johnny, man. He the busiest nigga in the world right now. He's everywhere Cardi at. He the one picking out our records. He doing all of that. But Johnny like making money and Johnny like hit records. So if I stay sending Johnny hit records, I'm on his radar.
Exactly. I mean, you got
Johnny, Smoak is the next thing that's gonna be your major focus.
I keep telling this nigga all the time.
We not shitting on Cardi B or none of those other artists that you work with. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga right here should be your main focus coming up. If you really
I
want to make that.
Listen, I'm trying to say, like, I know music and shit, and I always say this, I'm like, nigga, I don't know why
you know what's
you're
funny?
not on right now, nigga. Like, what the fuck
I'm gonna
is
say
going on?
something. This is a little bit off topic. Today, y'all, I got my family in the building with me. I got my daughter live, my wife and my son here with me.
Shout out to the fam band.
My
Shout
daughter, now she is always on the story. Everything is on the story. So
I should be on your story.
Which is what I'm saying. So I'm like, yo, we in the studio. I'm looking over and we was listening to the song. I'm like, yo, I can't get on the story. She's like,
She's like, I'm not showing my dad.
Right. I'm her, like to her, I'm her dad.
She growing up.
Girl, I am a funny barber. I am Trey, the barber from Barbershop.
Listen,
talk
girl,
like
I am a
this.
She getting old.
You better recognize and you better put us on that story. Listen,
need to be on the story.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, you need to have it on the story. I'm telling you. He's doing big things, and when he blow up, you could be like, I had him first
on my story
before all y'all knew who he was. But you sleeping right now. See, you think that's my dad, that's my dad's friend. I don't.
I see them all the time. Right. They're not like anything to me.
If you want your Instagram to blow, you better do this shit.
But she growing up now, though. You know what I mean? She, you gotta let her grow and let them do what they do.
I mean, they do what they do. I'm dad. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, you the old nigga. You know what I'm saying? You the old nigga.
She was like, Dad, you don't know anything. You're so old.
You gotta drop them off around the corner and shit when you drop them off at school. Like, don't drop me off in front of the school, goddamn.
Me in a couple years. Like,
drop me off like down the block. I want to meet her with my friends and walk to school. Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like she don't understand, man. I really be trying to tell her, like, yo, you got a cool dad. At least I think I'm cool. You know, I try to be cool. You know what I'm saying? I keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got the Hustle Gang shirt on and shit.
Hustle Gang shirt on. You know what I'm saying? What kind of daddy at 42 years old? You know what I'm saying? I got my own clothing coming. Like, yo, you got a cool daddy, girl.
That nigga, like, I'm popping, motherfucker.
You better start using me.
Pretty soon, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure a lot of her friends in school see you on the funny barber thing. I'm like, that's your dad.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Like, they funny.
Look, it was a little dude G used to cut, right? You know what I'm saying? So I go up to the pickup line from school one day, and he seen me. He was like, "Yo, what up?" You know what I'm saying? He smacked, shook my head every day. He's like, "Y'all been watching the videos? Y'all funny? You know what I'm saying? So he went up to Lauren like the next day. He was like, "Yo, your dad is a funny barber?" She was looking like, and that nigga was like, "Yeah, you don't know that shit is not. She's off the chain." So she
shout out
to
Funny Barber.
Shout out to Funny Barber. She don't be believing me. Look, one day I took him bowling, right? And there's this little kid. He kept looking down there, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this nigga looking at?" You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he looking at lie or something. You know, I'm like, "Nigga, what?" So he came up. Look, he starts walking down there. I'm looking like, "What the fuck?" Nigga walks up to me. He was like, this nigga had the phone in his hand. That nigga said, "Is that you?"
Famous,
I was like,
bro.
"Yeah, that's me."
Y'all
he was
famous.
like, "I knew it." And they said, "Mom."
Yo, you want to tell him what happened in Atlanta?
I seen the fan club coming to the barbershop.
The kid that was on the movie who.
Oh yeah. We was in Atlanta.
Like, that guy.
She don't like it. She doesn't like it. Like, you have a cool dad. All the kids love your dad. I don't know why you don't. So anyway, I'm in Atlanta. We on the set of Little with Josh from last week.
Yeah.
We was on the set of Little, and we pulled in. We walked up on the set. We was there like literally a couple minutes. We just got in town. Boom. We walk up on the set, and this little kid that's filming the movie, he's like, yo. He starts going crazy. Yo. He's tapping people. I'm like, what the hell? That nigga ran up to me. He said, "Man, I love your videos." He stuck his hand out like this and shook my hand. He said, "This is so cool." And I was like, "No, this is so cool that you know me." And Lauren's just standing there like,
you don't see me, motherfucker?
right, who cares about my dad?
Yeah, famous, Lauren.
It's crazy.
That shit crazy. But back to Smoke. I want to know, like, what's your influence?
Yeah, that's what
I mean. Who's your influence? Like, who influences you?
Smoke hates everything positive.
Like, who? I want to
positive.
every positive rap message. Like, I love Nas.
Yeah. That was my next question. Hold on. We're gonna go into that after this. But I want to know who's your influence.
Influences. I don't know, man. Like, as a kid, I grew up listening to NWA, and then Bone went crazy out of Ohio. So I'm like, Bone.
He had a flashback right there.
Yeah, right. Fabulous, T.I., like, them always been like favorites of mine. It's a lot, bro. Like, I listen to everything that's out, and I think I'm even influenced by this the younger generation, like the Trippie Reds,
mumble mouth niggas.
But the thing is, like, nowadays, like, from what I know and what you told me, because we work together and shit, is that it takes you a long time to actually listen to somebody's project because you're working on yours and you don't want nobody to fuck.
Right. So I like to see what other people doing. I like to see. I'm a big fan of greatness. So anybody, like, I look at even Soulja Boy. Like, I look at the positive of what Soulja Boy did. He was 17 years old and figured out how to make $1 million.
Like, what?
Who the fuck does that?
Ringtones and producers on shit, like everything.
Yo, I'm a fan of greatness. I'm a fan of creative genius. So, like, Kanye, one of my favorites. Drake, one of my favorites. Obviously, Jay-Z. But I don't think there's too many people I don't like. The only It's not that I don't like Nas.
I'm about to say, like you talking about you like greatness. How, like,
I'm
Nas
gonna tell you
is
why.
greatness.
I'm gonna tell you why. When it comes to music, Nas will probably sit next to me and agree with me on exactly what I'm about to say. When it comes to music, I can hear everything Nas has to say and be like, yo, this nigga is really intelligent. He's really smart. He's really a genius. Mm-hmm. For me, when it comes to music, I want to be entertained more than I want to be educated. So with that said, Nas is a person that talks to you over a beat instead of really jumping inside the beat and like gliding with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why the entertainment aspect of Nas won't resonate with me when I'm listening, when I'm riding in the car.
But you like the intelligent side of him.
Like, yo, I will sit down and talk to Nas for 12 straight hours probably. You know what I mean? Like, and figure out what's
about
going
to be
on.
a billionaire. That nigga
like, he has money. A lot to teach.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, he was smart real young.
Yeah.
He was smart very, very young. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you go back to, like, his old tracks and his old fucking albums and shit. It's like, man, like, nigga, like, you was speaking some real shit. Like, when he did that song talking about, you know what I mean, the gun, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how he put himself in, like,
that's
you know what I mean?
Like he's like,
to this day, that's one of my favorites.
That was brilliant.
One of my most favorite.
And see, you know what? I can tell you the difference right now. Like, I can even give you, like, so one of my favorite Nas songs is If I Ruled the World.
Yeah.
And it's because he got on the song and it was like, imagine on the scene on taxing, none of me know an Anglo-Saxon, I'm on the exchange the rain. Like, it was like he was bopping with the beat.
Yeah,
so
he was riding with it.
I wanted to hear what was going on.
Funny enough, like
I like that too. I like the ride the beat. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
straight up.
Funny enough, that song, that instrumental was one of the first instrumentals I used to actually write a rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, most of y'all know, or some people know that I used to do music, and I was a rapper back then. And
that nigga look like Master P or C Murder, nigga. Like, that nigga look. Don't he look like one of them motherfuckers? Look at him.
I've heard that shit my whole life. Like, Master P, C Murder, and Keith Murray. Like, that's
all three.
Like, you
together.
mix all three of them niggas and you get Trey. I guess you know what I'm saying.
Three niggas, Trey.
There you go.
Trey.
So my name. So my name should be Keith P Murder. That's gonna be Murder. That's gonna be my name, Keith P Murder.
That's hard. You should keep that. You should keep that.
Anyway,
that should be your next Instagram name.
Yeah, I mean, so I remember that track. That used to be one of my favorite tracks, and I think I wrote one of my best songs. Even though it was like the first song I ever wrote, I think it's one of the best songs I ever wrote.
It was called Keith P Murder.
Keith P Murder. Coming out the new EP after Sha Smoak, you gonna hear from Keith P Murder.
Keith P Murder.
And he gonna like this show. He gonna say this is the EP.
Yeah, this the EP.
Yeah, we're gonna have you on interludes like how Snoop used to do. It's always a character.
Please do.
Murder.
Please do. You know, I would love to come on. I'll go on there wilding out. You know
that's
me.
all right.
So I want to know where you see your career going in the next year.
Up, nigga.
Whoa.
Of course, it's going up. You know what I mean? Like
different
like what's the situation? You know what I mean? Like where do you actually? You know what I mean? Like where do you want to be in a year from now?
I ain't gonna say too much. I just heard Johnny did something big, so bro, I'm on your bumper because I heard you just did something big. But with that being said, I know they're gonna take care of me, man. Chris want to see me win. Johnny want to see me win. Outside of that, just to run down, Nikki, Kev, Cousin D, Peso, Sleep, G Money, Doc City, all of them want to see me win, and that's like, I ain't gonna say that's
Dice,
the most
Trey.
Dice, Trey. Well, I
the cut.
I was only naming the niggas back home.
Smoak. No, I'm literally probably one of his biggest fans.
Yeah,
like,
straight up.
I really love Smoak's music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I like good music. Yeah. So if somebody comes with some bullshit, you know, I sometimes may pretend to like it because you're my friend.
You shouldn't do that. Fuck them, nigga.
I mean, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I don't want to shit on nobody's dreams. I don't want to be that nigga tell you you're trash, even though I want to. But, you know, when Smoak played his music, even when he played his first track, I was like, I hope this nigga's not trash. And
like, I don't want to tell.
The nigga dropped that shit, and it was fuego. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've been fucking with Smoak ever since. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really like, yo, finally there's a nigga out here pursuing music who can actually do music. I can see this nigga really being a star. He's got the look, he's got the song. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
appreciate it, bro.
I think you know, appreciate it. Like I don't hear as much as you do, Trey. You know what I mean with Smoke shit, because this is the way that I feel.
No.
I'm telling you, like I think it's more Smoke knows that I do music, and he knows like when we finally do sit down and we listen to some shit, like I'm gonna give it to him. I mean, straight up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, and like I hear certain things that a lot of people might not hear. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that shit, I mean, what do you always say? You be like, nigga, nigga.
Yeah, you really a student of the shit. You understand it.
Like that nigga, he be like, yo, nigga, like you heard what the fuck I was thinking. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people hear that shit. You know what I mean? And we sit down, and I be like, yo, this nigga is fucking nice. I don't understand why this nigga ain't fucking on. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Everything's in time.
Well, the answer to that though, but I can answer that. Like to why I think I ain't on, and it's because there's a certain way.
But you are on. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about like blowing up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Answer the question
because.
This nigga always in.
I mean, I just had to make it right. You know what I'm saying?
Barbershops talk like this, nigga.
He is our guest. Can he answer the question, or should he be sitting here and I'll be asking you the question
or should I not be me? You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you sit there and just shut the fuck up?
I mean, I'm going to shut the fuck up. Now, I mean, after I get out what I got to say, nigga. But go ahead, Smoke.
All right, my answer to that question would be, I'm a control freak. I'm OCD when it comes to control. And with that said, I think I'm a control freak when it comes to my career. Mm-hmm. There's a certain way that I want it to happen. For instance, I'm not, all them pictures you was looking up, you seen how many clubs and shows I did and all of that shit, or it gave a representation of.
Right.
I'm not interested in doing clubs no more. I want to do fucking festivals. Therefore, I'm not gonna put out club records. We be in a club. Like, I think I could cheat my way to an easy career. Like, I know all the DJs. I know all. Like, we could get
the plugs,
bro. I could spend $10,000 and get a record in the club, and this shit go crazy, and it be over. I don't want to do it that way. I'd rather do it through Johnny, who I seen what he just did with his artists. I'd rather see it through Chris, what I seen that he just did with Kanye, with the Rick Rosses, and knows how to market them. He got Logic. He got so many people, bro. I know that they know how to handle
those
this.
Those are good artists.
Yeah,
those are great artists.
So with that said, I want to do festivals. I want to do worldly shit. I want to do bigger shit at this point. I want to take care of my family. I'm not interested in popping bottles. I'm not interested in doing none of that goofy shit.
Focused.
And no disrespect to it, because
we gon' pop some bottles.
Well, but even beyond that,
right now.
Yeah, but beyond that, we did that for so long. Tony Rock, one of my best friends. Like we've been popping bottles and finding bitches and doing all of this shit for so long. Like, I want a big ass career. So bring me back, circling around to answer your question of why do I think I'm not on? It's because there's a certain way I want the success. And y'all know that. Like, y'all don't see me at the Federal doing shows and all of that. It'll help to an extent, but it's not gonna help me get to where I want to be. Where I want to be, this shit need to be streaming on Apple Music.
Yeah,
and the kids in Germany.
By the way, you can download the new This Ain't the EP by Sha Smoak. ShaSmoak. Go to any music platform right now.
Bro, this shit ain't.
And you can get it.
It's not. I mean, and I hope a lot of people see this, because I'm gonna tell you, this shit ain't rocket science, man. I think that we talented enough, especially the people that I'm with, and and including myself. I think we talented enough where I could take $10,000-$15,000 and we could get some shit bubbling right now. That's not that hard. But what I can't do is take $10,000 or $15,000 and end up at Coachella. And I'm trying to end up at Coachella.
So
I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna work through the process and let them do what they doing, and it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen for sure. So you know what? We do got one more song that we need to get into for everybody to hear,
This is the third song.
This is the third song on
This Ain't the EP.
Yo.
This is the pre-EP. And this song is called "Fucking Up a Check." It's another, the funny part about it is throughout this whole project, Smoke, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I started with Race to a Billy, I'm like, yo, I think this is my favorite song. Then Don't Ask, come on. I'm like, nah, I think this is my favorite song.
Yeah, that's a good problem.
And then the third song, at first when I first started listening to the project, "Fucking Up the Check" was probably my least favorite. Not to say that it was a bad song, it was just my least favorite of the three. But and then I start hearing people say, you know, I talked to Josh, I talked to a couple other people that's like, yo, that fucking up the check. That shit's the shit.
I think there's something on there for everybody.
Yeah. No, I mean, like
because it's funny, like because each track number one is definitely far different from the last.
Yeah.
So you know, I started listening to "Fucking Up the Check" like a little closer. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo. This shit, I'm like, this could possibly be my favorite. So every time I heard every song, it's like it could be my favorite.
Right.
Like this shit is lit, bro. Like I'm not on his dick or on his jock because it's my man.
Bro, it's all
you know what I'm saying? He's my nigga, but like I'm speaking from a nigga who really likes music. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and this shit is lit. So
he's addicted
let's get into this last song. Boom.
Whole world up. Nigga, whole world up.
They used to see a nigga come around like we come around now. Shit changed up. No brains, gold chained up. Looking like we came up. Young boy with the juice, gotta let him know the plan. Nigga wouldn't understand. Gotta make a nigga watch. Gotta pick and choose your spots. Never say never. What about never gonna say yeah. Money on the brain, they just want the fame and the things. Well, I don't think the same. Got a little change from the game, turn that in the game. Then I call the plane, yeah. I've been fucking up a check. We been thinking about now, we ain't thinking about next. Bad bitch on that. Shawty got plans, they can get me to the bands. I've been fucking up a check. I've been fucking up a check. Fucking up a check, fucking up. I've been fucking up a check. Told her I'ma put her in the ghost. We gon' do 100 up the coast. Fuck. Lately I've been feeling like the GOAT. That's my humblest approach. Fuck it. Niggas down bad, we don't stay there. Say my pay there. I'm on the way there. Got my feet on the court and Staples like hey there. I'm okay there. Like I play there. Whole team getting to the paper. Once a real nigga take it, yeah, he never gon' save it. Everybody got opinions, tell her don't do me no favors. We don't need no more favors, yeah. We been fucking up a check. We been thinking about now, we ain't thinking about next. Bad bitch on that. Shawty got plans, they can get me to the bands. I've been fucking up a check. I've been fucking up a check. Fucking up a check, fucking up, we been fucking up a check. We been thinking about now, we ain't thinking about next. Bad bitch on that. Shawty got plans, they can get me to the bands. I've been fucking up a check. I've been fucking up a check. I've been fucking up a check, fucking up.
Yo, that shit was lit. Fucking up the check, my nigga. Sha Smoak.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, like everybody who's watching live and shit, make sure y'all tune into Barbershop Talk like this because like this nigga shit is fucking gas right now. You know what I'm saying? No, matter of fact, this shit is jet fuel, my nigga. Like fuck all that, nigga. Like
this nigga. Like honestly, bro. Like the more I'm looking at like Smoak. I watched you. You know what I'm saying? I've watched you grow each and every step, bro. And like, honestly, you know, I've seen you like, yo, nigga, I'm tired. I don't know. I'm like, Smoak. that means your breakthrough is about to come. How many times you heard me say that to you? I mean, that means you right here. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, like honestly, I can really tell you, man, just stay focused. Keep doing your thing, my nigga. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that you are really about to be the next biggest thing out in this motherfucker. And I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, and besides your fam back in dating, nigga, like, you got family out here too, nigga.
Nah,
so,
straight up, y'all
I mean,
my
I mean, yeah, you got brothers out here that you never had, you know what I'm saying? And we all got your motherfucking back, bro. Like, I mean, like, you got muscle, you got brains, you know what I mean? You got everything, nigga, like, out here.
That's
nigga,
love,
like,
bro. I appreciate it.
You already know what the fucking deal is, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. That's love for real.
Yeah, nah. That's real talk, nigga. Like, I mean, like, we all brothers and shit. Like, we all worked in the same shop for so long, nigga. Like, we built the fucking bond. and we, you know what I mean, we didn't all argue with each other and seen each other, you know what I mean, ups and downs.
Yo, I was
shit.
just saying that to somebody. I don't think it was you. I was saying that to K-Mac. If he's still watching, shout out to K-Mac. But
K-Meezy.
I was saying that to him just yesterday, bro. Like, it seemed like my life transitioned so much. I still, like, the city still, like, when I say the city, I mean Dayton. Like, the city still loved me, and, like, I still love them, and everybody that had my back still got it, and vice versa. It's like my life has transitioned so much. I was in a crazy-ass car accident last Friday, and not to get too much into that.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I wanted to get into
But hold on, before we get into it, I was just thinking, like, the first person I called was Sleep. The second person I called was K-Mac. Sleep was like, I got you, whatever you need, yo. He was ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I got you, whatever you need. K-Mac was the same way. He told me exactly how to handle it. Like, you know, it was like a damn near a horrific crash.
I called the nigga in the middle of the whole shit. Like,
yeah.
I'm at
Trey
Best Buy.
called-
You
Trey
want a
called-
fire stick, nigga?
But Trey, like, that's brothers though. Like, look at how much we talk. Like, to the point to where you called me in the middle of a car accident. Like, that's crazy. So it's like my life has really transitioned to like having a damn near. Ain't none of y'all from LA, but just like a LA based family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that shit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we all from other places, man. You know what I'm saying? And to come to a city like LA, you know what I'm saying? And
it's hard to find real people.
It's hard
nigga.
to find real people.
Real motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? So for
like,
us to have for all of us to have met and really developed this bond, bro. Like,
it's God's plan, man.
Special. Yeah,
it's I mean, like, it's definitely God's plan.
Together,
like,
going to games
everything
together,
happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we go to games together, we go to shows together, we go to parties together. Like,
Everything, nigga.
we do everything. You know what I'm saying? So
We never had to fight
together.
together yet, but that's a good thing.
We have had to
We've
fight.
had a million
What are you
fights.
talking about?
Oh, you mean fight a nigga?
No, I'm talking about like
We
fight.
ain't had to beat a nigga.
We never had to run down on nobody.
I hope I don't have to fight another nigga.
No. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to punch nobody.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's a good thing. I said that. I mean, that's a good thing. nigga.
You have been in
hold on.
fights.
I've been in fights. You know what I mean?
You ain't in the shop with us no more, but
I thought it was a G crib. Is a G
Nah,
crib?
it's mine.
Fight party
15.
at Smoke House.
Next Saturday.
Oh yeah,
Saturday?
Not this coming Saturday.
Yeah,
next Saturday. 15.
And yeah. I don't have my son
Right,
either,
right.
so that's perfect.
That's perfect. We gonna smoke out. Listen.
No
Here's the thing.
kids.
Look, funny thing. He said no kids.
smoking
but
weed.
guess what? You know what? My son, like, I feel like because I go to
Hey,
so
yo,
many
that bitch
events.
got 45 years right now.
What? Oh, listen, no, my son's not smoking. Listen, everybody done seen the video with the girls smoking out the babies. So it's like this, but it's like because I smoke and because my friends smoke, a lot of times I kind of shun my son off because I don't want him in that environment. But at the same time, I feel like I'm constantly leaving him with his mom, his sister. You know what I'm saying? So
He gotta be a man.
We
He
put the nigga on
really
the balcony.
needs to come kick
he
it with
gotta
the
be a man.
niggas.
We put him on
and
the
when we
balcony.
light this
Yeah.
shit up, he
Nah,
gonna have
we-
to go to the balcony.
We
We're
ain't
gonna
go
do
to the
something.
balcony. Something.
Nah,
what I'm saying?
I mean, he gotta go to the balcony.
Something gonna happen. I mean, you think about it. If he goes to the balcony, he's still gonna come
walking
back
back
into
into
a
a
cloud
concert.
of smoke,
I
right?
mean, shit, he got.
You know what I'm saying?
listen.
No, you're not getting me locked the fuck up. I tell you that much. We are going to the balcony.
Yeah.
That's what we gonna do.
Definitely.
So, but I'm definitely going to have my son come kick it with his man. You know what I'm saying?
He gotta be around the- he
he's
gotta be
at
around
that
the
age.
niggas.
He just entered middle school. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
gotta be around niggas,
He got to
man.
be around the older guys, man. We need to start teaching him some game. See,
gotta be
here's
around
the
niggas.
thing. Here's the thing. I keep
The
my
older
bros.
guys.
I keep my bros around. You know what I'm saying? To tell my son things that I want to say that as a father you probably shouldn't say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we in the shop, they be like, we got the conversation. I'm like, nah, nigga, keep the conversation going.
Yeah, like, you
He
ain't gotta
needs to
hold your
hear it.
mouth.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I can't say this in front of him. Bros be like, why did you tell him that? You know what I'm saying? But if I keep him in the shop with the niggas and y'all tell him shit, you know what I'm saying? So hey, 100. So
Yo. being on this crazy because like being on this, it's really dope. It feel like you're on stage because like that counter right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, I've been watching that motherfucker the whole time. Like, all right, 3 minutes left until your performance over. You gotta. Like, it's always a counter. People don't know.
You're getting the light right now.
When you on stage, it's always a counter. Well, pretty much if you're doing the shows that I want to fucking do.
Yeah, the big shows.
Yeah, it's always.
It's like you know
how much time you got left.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That shit dope though. Y'all niggas official.
So real quick before we get up out of here, let's Smoak is a Steelers fan.
Mm-hmm.
And as a Chiefs
motherfucker.
And as a Chiefs fan, fuck the Steelers.
Why,
you know, like
man?
I go to this nigga's house.
We don't hate y'all. We just beat y'all's ass. We trying to get y'all better.
And time again. And
Look, I got the
my
countdown
fucking
on here,
Chiefs,
too.
they always let me down. We keep losing to these raggedy motherfuckers, and I have to hear this nigga shit year after year.
It's tradition,
like,
bro. It's legacy.
So tired of it.
We doper than y'all.
I really can't argue that. That's the sad part. I really can't.
But you want to know? Do you think it's time? I mean, do you think this is? Do you think this is Ben? Like y'all about to be on the on the dance floor because Ben's probably gonna leave after this, and then Bell.
No.
And then
I'm
Bell.
gonna stop you. I'm gonna
Go ahead,
stop you
tell me
because
something.
and I'm a fan. So y'all, I don't expect y'all to watch the Steelers like I watch the Steelers. Mason fucking Rudolph. I don't want Ben to get hurt. I don't want that. I don't.
But he's like another Ben.
Nobody.
Listen, Smoak is different than me because if I got a nigga on the bench behind the starting nigga that I hate, I'd be like, please listen. I remember a couple years ago when what's the name got hurt. What's my nigga name that was fucking up? Anyway, nigga got hurt, nigga. I jumped up like, yes, yeah, all right. Get that bitch ass nigga. And the funny thing is, everybody at the stadium was cheering too.
Yeah, I remember that though. I remember that. But yo, shout out to the people that don't know about the Steelers, man. Like Mason Rudolph, that nigga's next, and that's why Ben was mad about when them drafting a quarterback. I seen this nigga play. He played just like Ben.
Like Ben, you've been.
I mean, like your time is
16,
coming to an
17
end, bro.
years. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, like
Nobody wants their time to end, but when, Ben, feel free to retire, my nigga. It's in good hands, nigga. It's in good hands.
it's over, Ben. Give it up. But look, when Smoak give up on you as a Steelers fan, it's over, bro.
I just know when he gonna throw an interception, bro. I can call you 3 minutes before, like, bro, watch this.
Yeah, look, we should call up Snoop and see if Snoop feels the same about Ben. Like
Snoop is so diehard that he won't say it, but if you turn the cameras off, he'd be like, nigga, fuck that nigga, cuz. Get that nigga out of here, cuz.
Get that nigga out of here, cuz. So anyway, so Smoak, real quick before we get up out of here, tell everybody where they can, download the project.
I made it easy. I made it easy. It's Sha Smoak on everything. That's SHASMOAK. Sha Smoak on everything. If you type it in on anywhere, just Google it. It's gonna come up. Apple, IG, Twitter, Facebook,
you gonna get
MySpace, my nigga, like anywhere you want to fucking go.
If you Google Sha Smoak, you gonna get some shit from 2012,
nigga. Music, if you on Spotify, if you on Tidal, if you on any musical platform, please go download my man's project. This ain't the EP.
Yeah.
You will not be disappointed.
You're not gonna be disappointed, and you're gonna want to stay tuned for next month when the real project.
It's the prelude to the EP, so it's gonna get you wet.
Man, Smoak.
And the thing is, Smoak don't do no collabos. Know what I mean, with anybody.
We don't need a feature yet.
I feel blessed that we did something, nigga. Know what I mean? Like, I mean, when you do need a feature, nigga, show me some love, you know what I mean, and let me jump on something, nigga.
Yo, straight up. I told you when something dropped, I was gonna come do the podcast.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He's been waiting.
I've been trying to get Smoak on the podcast since we started.
Yeah, he's been waiting.
He's like, just wait for
I want something to talk about.
Yeah, I have something to talk about. Wait for the
and it makes sense. It makes sense.
I was like, what? It does make sense. So, I am glad that you finally came down to be on here, man. You know what I'm saying? The project just came out last week. So again, please go support my man, y'all, and also too. For all of y'all that's watching on Facebook Live, that's on fucking IG watching this and all this and that and the other, please, y'all, get on your podcast platforms. Go and subscribe to Barbershop Talk Like This. That's DISS. Everybody knows Barbershop Talk Like This. Follow us, subscribe to us, listen to the shows. It's one thing hearing the shit live, but it's a whole different thing once my man Paul throws his edits on there and everything has been, the sound is all smooth. Like,
Y'all gonna love it. Y'all
You
gonna
love it. You know what I'm saying? So please go ahead and do
Some
that.
real shit.
You know what I'm saying? So again, thanks to my man Smoke for coming through.
Appreciate
you know what
y'all
I'm saying?
having me, man.
We
Appreciate
do
y'all
want to
having me.
appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This.
Yeah,
what the fuck happened
man.
to you?
There it is,
What
nigga.
the fuck, man? Like, I'm fucking
Nigga, he
tired.
was posing for the gram.
I was posing for the
I
gram.
don't give a fuck, nigga. You should still be doing this shit. Like, this is your show.
Yo, he did that shit earlier and he looked at me like, where the fuck was
What
he
the
at?
fuck is he at? It sounds stupid.
saw you.
Listen, here's the funny thing. That shit is designed for 2 or more people to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this. It sounds stupid
then, hold
when
on.
one
Do
motherfucker
it
says
again,
it.
'cause
Do it again.
All right, so I do want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I am your
joined it that
host,
time.
Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Dice the Barber, man.
Yeah.
And we like to thank our man
Sha
Sha
Smoak
Smoak
for coming
Appreciate
through.
y'all having me, man. Appreciate y'all.
Man, we love you, bro, man. Love you,
bro.
man. We'll
Love y'all
see. We'll
back.
see you in about a month, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
And peace. We out this bitch.
Motherfuckers.